The only effective check on grass and bush fires is rain. If the level of rainfall is below normal for an extended period of time, then there are many more such fires. Okay, so if there is a drought, there are more fires. Yet grass and bush fires cause less financial damage during long periods of drought than during periods of relatively normal rainfall. So why is there less damage when there's a severe drought, even though there's many more fires? All right, A, fire departments tend to receive less funding during periods of severe drought than during periods of normal rainfall. That doesn't make, yes, you were correct. That doesn't make sense because if they're getting less money during severe droughts, you would think that there would be more financial damage during the drought. Okay. Areas subject to grass and bush fires tend to be less densely populated than areas where there are few such fires.
So there's less.
But we're not comparing to why there's financial damage during, like, when there is.
Aren't we trying to solve that though?
Yeah, we don't know. We need to be comparing drought to normal rainfall. So like B is just like where they tend to happen. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
C, unusually large, hard to control grass and bush fires typically occur only when there is a large amount of vegetation for them to consume. And if there was a drought, there wouldn't be vegetation for them to consume. So maybe it is C. D, grass and bush fires that are not caused by human negligence of arson tend to be started by lightning. Once again, doesn't matter because we're comparing severe drought to normal rainfall. E, when vegetation is destroyed in a grass or bush fire, it tends to be replaced naturally by vegetation that is equally, if not more flammable. Okay, but that's not explaining like why in the moment this happens.
Why?
So I would go with E.
E?
I mean D. I mean C. C is in cat.
Yeah. C or?
C is in cat, yes, because these are the unusually large ones. So this goes on to like the prediction of whenever it does happen, they're so bad that we can't control them.
Okay.
And it's because they just have a lot of things for it to burn.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So there's a lot of fires that only occur when there's a lot of vegetation. So if there's only a lot of fires that are hard to control when there's vegetation, we might, is it more, so could you say you're probably using more water, so it's more expensive? And maybe because you're hiring more crew?
No, I think this is just because they get out of control, and like these are like the level 5 hurricane fires. And the reason they get out of control is because there's a lot of vegetation for these fires to consume and grow.
And to get bigger.
They tend to get bigger, yeah.
Well, how does that solve the financial damage?
Because they spread.
And like, then it's more.
It's just like, yeah. So like typically we have these grass and bush fires, but when they start, they don't get very big because there's nothing to keep them alive.
Oh, so they put out themselves sometimes.
Yeah, or like it doesn't take much to put them out. But on the occasional, whenever we have like a terrible fire, it's because it starts when it isn't a drought and it just catches and just like takes out the whole forest because there's all this vegetation for it to consume and grow. And so since it's like this big area of damage, that's why it's more expensive.
Okay, so like hiring more men and having to use more water, having to pay.
And more things are damaged, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe 100 houses get burnt down because it just took out. You know, I think about the California fires right now.
Yeah, see how I told you this LR beat me up.
Nicole, can I add just one thing?
Yeah, of course.
So like if you're comparing C and E, and like we know paradox questions need that strong language compared to just the words like tend to and things like that. So that's where if I'm comparing C and E, I would say no to E because it says that
it tends to
be replaced, which is not strong language. And then it's equally if not more flammable.
Yeah, no,
I would say that's not strong, but for me, that's why I knew right away that E was not it, and where C does have that very strong language in it, where it says only. And so I don't know if that helps.
No, that's a great point.